Error occurred, wait a moment, and then try again. Oh,
Now-
okay, we're live. We're live. All right, okay. Hello, everyone. It's Brogan here from my English school, Florence Baraka, and I'm joined by the lovely Terry. Terry,
Hello.
do you want to introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Terry. I'm from the United States, from Seattle in specific, in the Northwest, almost to Canada. If you think Seattle sounds familiar, it's probably from grunge music, Kurt Cobain, Nirvana, or Grey's Anatomy. How about you, Brogan? Where are you from?
Oh, my word. Okay, so I'm from Johannesburg, South Africa, and it is the big city where everyone just works the whole time. It's not Cape Town where everyone asks if I'm from. But other than that, I absolutely love Johannesburg. Have you been to Johannesburg, Terry?
I have not been to any place in Africa, but now, since I'm here in Europe, from America to Africa, it's such a long distance. But and I understand it's still a very long flight from Italy to South Africa.
It is a bit of a long flight, 10 hours, but other than that, it's doable. Because once you're there, it's really nice.
Okay, I'll put it on my list.
Okay, so I see we've got one viewer. Do you want to introduce yourself? Who's watching? How do we know who's watching?
We don't. They have to tell us. So tell us your name. Tell us your name and where you are from. As you join us, people come on later. Just tell us who you are, where you're from, and help us make this more interactive. Help us help you.
Oh, I love it, Terry. I love it. Okay, are they going to join? Do we carry on in the meantime?
Carry on. Absolutely.
Okay.
So we've been doing the webinars for about 10 days now. Brogan has just returned from a visit to South Africa. Is this your first webinar?
It's my first lead as in a webinar. Yes.
Okay. So we'll just go on, and as people join, tell us your name, where you're from, and it will become more interactive. So
cool. Okay. So today we are doing tongue twisters. Terry, do you want to read the first slide?
Sure. Tongue twisters. In this focus activity, tongue twisters, speech idioms, phrasal verbs with talk and speak.
Awesome. Tongue twisters. Terry, do you know what tongue twisters are?
I do know what tongue twisters are. And sometimes when we get up to this level, 10 to 13, we teach lessons. This isn't an official tongue twister, but for me, it always is. Past, perfect, passive.
Gets me every time.
Present perfect passive, past perfect passive. When I'm teaching those lessons, I trip. I literally trip over my tongue.
I am exactly the same. Especially when there's a whole bunch of them as well. You're saying past perfect present, past perfect passive, and just goes on.
Exactly.
Cool. Okay, so tongue twisters are basically just a series of words that are difficult to pronounce. And sometimes even as English speakers, we battle to pronounce them properly. So that's what we're going to be focusing on today. What about a speech idiom? Terry, do you know of any idioms that you can think of?
All of the idioms coming to my mind right now are in Italian.
Interesting. Okay, I wanted to ask that. Do you know of any the translation for them in Italian?
Conosco I miei polli. It makes no sense in English. I know my chickens.
I know my chickens. What would it mean?
It basically means the people around me. It means I know how they're going to react because I know how they think. But they say I know my chickens. Conosco I miei polli. And it's an idiom, but Italian. So sorry about that. In English, an idiom. It's raining cats and dogs.
That's my favorite one. It's raining cats and dogs. When would we use it's raining cats and dogs?
When it's raining so hard that when you're raining so hard, it just seems impossible that it could rain that much.
Okay, it's raining cats and dogs. I always just visualize a bunch of cats and dogs falling from the sky.
Now, in your picture, as they're falling, are they fighting or do they get along?
No, I think they're quite happy falling. Maybe I just catch one, take it home.
I'd like to have a dog. So next time it's raining cats and dogs, I'll see what happens.
Exactly. Oh, that's what I was actually thinking about, maybe fostering a dog during the quarantine.
Can you do that?
Apparently, I've messaged someone to see if I can foster a dog.
No, but I understand that they've actually found cases of animals who, unfortunately, that they're not immune to the virus and that they actually can carry it. So be really careful with that.
Okay, thank you. I will. But shame. Maybe the dogs need some help. Everyone else is stuck inside. Might as well bring a dog to join.
There you go. All right.
I see someone else has joined. Would you like to introduce yourself? We've got 2 people watching. We're still not sure who the other people are that have joined us.
So as you join, just write your name and where you're from in the chat and help us to make this more interactive. All right?
Terry and I love to talk, but we would love for you to join us.
Very much, please.
What about, Terry, the meaning of beat around the bush?
Oh, beat around the bush. It's definitely not as literal as some people would like to take it. So to beat around the bush means you have something you want to say and you are trying everything to say it in a way that's not direct.
Okay, beat around the bush. Do you ever beat around the bush?
I don't. I'm very direct, but my boyfriend does.
Ah, okay. Is that a good thing or a bad thing to beat around the bush?
In my opinion, it's a very bad thing because it creates, it has the possibility to create a lot more misunderstandings.
Interesting. Okay, cool. In your opinion, no, sometimes I think I beat around the bush, but only when it's just to avoid making people feel uncomfortable. So I try to say it in a nicer way instead of how I actually feel about the situation.
Sometimes I'm just a little too direct, I guess.
But that's not a bad thing. Not a bad thing at all. What about bite the bullet? Bite the bullet.
Being former military, that's a great phrase. Bite the bullet is just like, just do it.
Just do it, exactly. Just do it. Don't think about it. Just take the chance and see what happens.
Exactly.
Is there a time when you bit the bullet?
Every day when I get out of bed.
You just have to do it.
My body says, just stay, it's so warm. My mind says, you have work. I say, yes. No, but call another one. Ask somebody to take it. Just stay in bed.
But so Terry, luckily we've got the best job in the world.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
Okay, and final idiom that I found for us today is, what about a heart of gold? Do you have a heart of gold?
I have a heart of ice.
Oh, okay. A heart of ice. What does that mean? A heart of ice or a heart of gold? What's the meaning?
Well, a heart of ice means that you've allowed your heart to freeze so that it can't be penetrated. Whereas gold is so incredibly valuable. To say someone has a heart of gold means that their heart is pure. Their heart is so good. They do everything for everybody. They're just wonderful people.
Okay. All right. Well, I think you have a heart of gold.
Why, thank you. You too, though. I think we're really lucky, the colleagues that we have.
Exactly. Exactly. And I think we've all helped each other out so much during this strange time.
I think so too.
Okay, so I'm seeing, Terry, sorry, just to go back to it. I'm seeing an error occurred. Wait a moment, then try again. That someone's joined.
Daniela from Salerno. Welcome.
There we go.
Juicy from Naples. Excellent. Welcome, both of you. Glad to have you here.
Welcome, ladies. We're just busy chatting about idioms that we've been talking about that we use every day. Do you guys know of any idioms in your language?
And do they translate well to Italian? Because conosci does not translate well.
Very good. Okay, Terry, should we go on to the next slide in the meantime while we get a response from them?
Absolutely. So, say what? Can you say the following quickly and correctly? Quickly, yes. Correctly, I don't know.
There we go.
So do you want to try number 1?
Yes. So what I was thinking with this is because when we have the focused tongue twisters, all the students are normally quite shy and don't really want to try. So for those of you that are joining, you don't have to be embarrassed. Just try say the tongue twisters as quickly and correctly as you can.
And you're all at home by yourselves, so there's no reason to be embarrassed. Just
exactly.
try.
Call your friend, call your family, call your children, your husband, your boyfriend, and you can all have a good laugh saying the tongue twisters. So I'll start the first one.
All right.
Around the rugged rocks, the ragged rascals ran.
Around the rugged rocks, the ragged rascals ran.
There we go. Well done, Terry.
Around the rugged rocks, the ragged rascals ran. Wow.
Around the rugged rock. Oh, around the ragged rocks, the ragged rascals ran.
Very good.
Okay.
I hope all of you out there are getting a laugh. Practice these different tongue twisters, and you have to laugh at yourself because really.
Exactly. Especially at a time like this, we might as well have some fun saying a few strange things out loud. Your family's probably looking at you a bit strange, but who cares?
Or if you have a dog, he's probably going.
Oh, she's talking. Okay, what about the next one, Terry? Do you want to try?
We surely shall see the sun shine soon. We surely shall. We surely shall see the sun shine soon.
Nice.
Not fast. I can't say it fast and correctly.
Well, that doesn't matter. At least just try say it quickly because it's more fun. Okay, my turn. We surely shall see the sun shine soon. All right. We surely shall see the sun shine soon. Ooh.
Oh.
It's a real tongue twister.
You got all the way to shine before
I made a mistake. Okay, we surely shall see the sun shine soon. Oh, no, I got it again.
One more time.
We surely shall see the sun shine soon. It's that last one that comes with a sh. Oh, goodness.
It's sh.
Exactly. Sh, sh, sh. And a nice pronunciation of the sh. How are you guys doing? Daniela, Jessie, anyone else? Are you guys trying the tongue twisters?
Are you laughing too much to send us a message?
Okay, what about the next one, Terry?
All right. Red, leather, yellow leather. Red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather. Red leather. Why is it even difficult just to say red leather? Okay, there we go. Red leather, yellow leather, red leather.
So normally also if it's British, you say red lorry, yellow lorry, red lorry, yellow lorry. Is it the same for you in America?
No, it's definitely leather because that the th is what trips us up.
Okay.
Red lorry, yellow lorry.
See, lorry is also difficult.
It is. That's interesting.
Red lorry, yellow lorry, red lorry, yellow lorry, red lorry, yellow lorry.
Okay,
red leather. Okay, red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather. Oh, it's a real tongue twister.
Yeah, but you did just great. I fell all over it.
Oh, okay. Right, try again. Let's see. Anyone else? Guys, are you trying the tongue twister?
Are you dying of laughter out there? Pele, exactly. Pele, good. Meaning of leather is pele.
There we go, pele.
So, red leather, yellow leather, red leather, yellow leather. Just can't get there.
Can't get there. What about the next one?
He threw 3 free throws.
Oh, he threw 3 free throws. He threw 3 free throws. Oh, that one gets around.
He threw 3 free throws. Yeah, you want to say 3.
It's all the time. He threw 3 free throws.
Now fast.
He threw 3 free throws. He
Now
threw
fast.
3 free throws.
See?
Okay, and the last one. Do you want to try?
No, I'll let you try that one.
Okay, let's go. It's all these S's. The sixth sick shake, six sheeps is sick. The sixth sick shake, sixth sheep is sick. Does that even make sense, Terry?
Yes.
The sixth sick shake, sixth sheep is sick. Ah, okay. There we go.
The sixth sheep of the sixth sheik is sick.
There we go. Well done. We're getting the S's. It's more just the thus that we're not getting very well.
The sixth shakes sixth.
Okay, let's go to the next slide. Here's one. Do you want to read the instructions, Terry? Terry?
Can you say the following quickly and correctly? Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. A peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where's the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked?
You did very well there, Terry.
Thank you.
Were you practicing this?
No, not at all.
Okay.
So I wrote my favorite tongue twister before we went to this slide.
Yeah.
And it's the second part of this slide. So I'll let you take the second
Okay, here we go. Let's try. She sells seashells on the seashore. The shells she sells are surely seashells. So if she sells seashells on the seashore, I'm sure she sells seashore shells. Wow. She sells seashells on the seashore. The shells she sells are surely seashells. So if she sells shells on the seashore, I'm sure she sells seashells. So that was
All right. Now you go ahead and try the Peter Piper one.
Okay, Peter Piper. You were very good at that. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. A peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked.
Yeah, good. Really good.
Yeah, I think the Peter one's way easier than the seashells.
I think so too, because the P is a hard sound. It's a p, p, p.
Exactly.
Whereas the S, even though it's an aspirated sound, when we get to that SH, and I think that just really, it's, I think that it stops us.
Yeah, definitely. Do you want to try the seashells one?
She sells seashells on the seashore. The shells she sells are surely seashells. No, I don't. She sells seashells on the seashore. The shells she sells are surely seashells. So if she sells shells on the seashore, I'm sure she sells seashore shells.
Well done. It's that last seesaw shells that got me the last time.
Me too.
Yeah.
It's easy to trip over that. So the third one is easier to pronounce than the others.
Nice. So, Terry, I seem to be having trouble sending messages. So if you can just reply to the students that have joined us.
Excellent.
Perfect.
So let's see.
Tracy, was it nice? Were you getting the pronunciation? Was it a tongue twister? How did it go for you? Did anyone join you in saying the tongue twisters?
How are you guys doing out there? Are you literally dying of laughter?
Well, sometimes laughter is good, just to have a bit of a fun time. Should we go to the next slide, Terry?
Absolutely.
Let's go. Tongue-tied. So,
what does that mean, tongue-tied?
Tongue-tied. Oh, my word. Tongue-tied. I think it means when you're embarrassed or you're nervous, you have trouble saying something.
Okay. To have trouble saying something, like your tongue is tied, like shoes. You tie your shoes, your tongue is tied.
Exactly.
That's a pretty picture, isn't it? Your tongue all tied in a bow.
Yeah. You're trying to say something, but you just can't get it out correctly.
Exactly.
Do you ever get tongue-tied?
Not usually.
Okay.
I'm pretty darn direct, and so Scioglie lingua in Italian. Maybe so, Daniela.
Scoglia lingua.
Tongue-tied.
Scoglia lingua.
When you have something to say, but your tongue, your mouth will not cooperate to say it correctly, right?
That's it. Yep.
Okay.
So I normally get a bit tongue-tied when I meet someone that I'm not too sure how they will take me and I have something important to say. Sometimes by the end of it, I've said something that I didn't intend on saying at all because it just came out weird.
That happens to me too. And then I wish I had been tongue-tied.
Yeah. Okay, so do you want to read the rest of the idioms that we've got there?
So, tongue-tied, cat got your tongue, bite your tongue, on the tip of my tongue, tongue lashing, oh, my favorite, and tongue in cheek.
Okay, so the guys that have joined us, do you have any idea what some of these idioms could mean? The meaning of some of the idioms. Do you have any idea, Terry? What do you think?
Oh, I know what some of them mean.
Okay.
My favorite is cat got your tongue because it makes me think of maybe a really bad horror film where someone's tongue is cut off and a cat runs away with it. So, yeah, I'm sorry, I know. But so cat got your tongue. It literally means that you can't speak. It's like you know the person has something to say, but they just literally can't speak. Juicy asks, which one? Juicy, you tell us which one. Choose one or two and tell us what you think it means.
Yep, tell us what you think. I like bite your tongue. I have to bite my tongue. When there's something you really want to say, but you know the outcome is probably not going to be very good, you decide to just rather hold your tongue and not say it at all.
Exactly. Bite your tongue to not say anything.
Exactly.
It's not easy to pronounce. Sorry, Julia, which one is not easy to pronounce of these idioms?
Which one?
Which are not easy. Okay. So
here we've got, I can show us the definition that maybe those joining can tell us, match the definition to the idiom. Maybe that would be a bit easier for them.
Okay. So because we have already talked about it, cat got your tongue is
cat got your tongue is, there we go. Is that showing an expression used to get someone to speak?
Okay, and in fact it is. So cat got your tongue. If Brogan and I are having a conversation and there's something that I want to say, but I'm not saying it, it's like a cat has taken my tongue, if you want to think of in this way to remember it. It's like my tongue is not there because I'm not willing to speak. And so if Brogan says, what is it? Cat got your tongue. It means that she wants to hear what I have to say. She wants me to speak.
Exactly. Has the cat got your tongue? So I think the way this is a question, what you were saying is more a statement. The cat's got my tongue earlier. Cool. What about bite your tongue? Guys that have joined, what do you think the definition of bite your tongue means?
So if you want to, just write bite and the definition, or tip and the definition, lashing or cheek. What do you think the definition of these idioms are? The definitions of these idioms are. There we are.
Bite your tongue.
I am tripping over my tongue today.
Well, you kind of feel like you're in holiday mode at home, but then we've still got to be teaching English. So
No, I don't feel like I'm in holiday mode at all. I'm
I
usually waiting quite near the computer for the next lesson, the next phone call, the next.
no,
That
well,
don't feel like I'm in holiday mode. If I
I
was
don't know. I did.
So, which one of our students is from Salerno? Okay, Daniela. This coming weekend, I had planned and reserved a beautiful B&B in Salerno for my birthday. I planned to spend 3 glorious days. And I'm really sad that I'm not coming to Salerno this weekend, but I'm glad you're there and I'm glad you're here with us. So, Daniela, scolding, which one of these do you think means scolding? You are correct that one of these means a scolding. Which one? The meaning of scolding. I'm sorry, I understand now exactly what you're saying. The meaning of scolding is basically to tell someone that they did something you don't like, that they did something bad. For example, when my sons were little, if they threw the ball in the house, especially if they threw it and broke something, I gave them a scolding.
Exactly.
I told them this was the wrong thing to do. Very bad.
Normally, a mother gives her young, naughty child a scolding when they don't listen. So a talking to.
Also,
Yes.
yeah.
Do you ever scold your children, Terry?
Now they're 27, almost 20, no, 28 and 30 years old. They don't listen now, not even, they don't listen at all. Juicy, you were talking about the tongue twisters. Yeah, they are difficult to pronounce, all of them. Okay.
Definitely. Okay, so bite your tongue. What do we think bite your tongue means?
No. Okay. I would say that it's when someone stops themselves from saying what they really think.
Nice. Very good. Bite your tongue. I often have to bite my tongue around my brother.
Exactly. Okay. Good, Clara. Exactly. Bite your tongue is C. Good.
What about on the tip of my tongue? On the tip of my tongue. What do you think the meaning could be? Clara, Daniela, what do you guys think? On the tip of my tongue.
Juicy, Daniela, Clara, tell us what you think. I would say that, yes, I would say Clara got it.
Well done, Clara. You get a point. On the tip of my tongue, when you are sure you know a word or answer, but have difficulty remembering it.
Good. Also, Juicy got it too. Stop from saying what they really, really think. Good.
Nice. Well done, guys. Let's go to the next one. Tongue lashing. What is the meaning of tongue lashing?
A tongue lashing. So a lash, if you think about a lash is like a whip.
And severe. Oh, hope I haven't given the answer away. What is the meaning of severe, Terry?
Severe. It's almost the same in Italian. Severa, severo.
Okay.
So it means very forceful, very hard. And Clara says a tongue lashing is E, a severe verbal scolding. Good work, Clara.
Well done. Cool. So is it the same in Italian, Daniela? Because she's saying we have the same in Italian. What would be the translation in Italian? Do you know, Terry?
I'm wondering which one she's talking about. Tongue lashing or on the tip of my tongue? I don't know these idioms in Italian, so I'm kind of excited to see what they tell us.
See, even we learning something today.
I learn something every day.
Every day, exactly. Perfect.
All right, so let's give them the last one. The tongue in cheek is a remark that is meant to be funny or ironic or perhaps sarcastic even.
Exactly. Tongue in cheek.
Okay. Lavata di capo, on the tip of my tongue. Wait, no. Sulla punta della lingua. On the tip of my tongue. Sulla punta della lingua.
Interesting.
Right.
Okay, there we go. We're learning some idioms here today as well.
Excellent. I love it. All right.
What about creating sentences using some of the idioms? Do you think we could do that? Getting some of the students to write a sentence using the idiom. Could you do that? Daniela, Clara, Juicy, is that right? Juicy. How would we pronounce the name?
Juicy.
Juicy.
Exactly.
Okay, so it's right. Do you guys want to give us a sentence using the idioms? Lavata di capo is tongue lashing. There we go.
Lavata di capo. Thank you, Clara.
If you are sure you know a word.
Okay, good. Great work, everyone. So now, modersi la lingua. Excellent. But now, everyone, give us a sentence, give us a complete phrase, and use one of these tongue idioms.
Yes.
Can you think of any, Brogan?
Okay, so I'm going to go, let's go. I had to bite my tongue when my friend told me she didn't want to go into quarantine. Would that work?
Wow.
I had to bite. I had to bite my tongue when my friend told me she didn't want to go into quarantine. Is that so? That
Yes.
could work.
That could work. Daniela says, I would say to you his name, but I don't remember. It's on the tip of my tongue. Excellent,
Brilliant.
Daniela. Just a little bit at the first part, I would tell you his name, but I don't remember. I would tell you his name, but I don't remember. It's on the tip of my tongue.
Brilliant,
Excellent.
Daniela. Well done. Yeah.
Really excellent. I just said she shouldn't be offended. It was just tongue in cheek, meaning
Brilliant.
it was meant to be funny.
Nice. Mm-hmm.
So
And sometimes people do get quite offended. So nice that you could say it was just tongue in cheek.
Exactly. Just a way to say I didn't mean it. It was supposed to be funny.
Exactly.
Yes. My jokes fall flat often, so I have to use this particular phrase.
Not with me, Terry. I get your jokes all the time.
Yay, someone gets me.
What about you, Clara? Do you want to send a sentence using the idioms?
All right. So, Brogan, shall we go on while they try?
Let's do it.
While they try to continue to send us. So send us your sentences even as we go forward. Okay.
Nice. All right, Terry. Do you want to read the next slide?
Okay. Silver tongue. Try to find the meaning of these expressions from their context. I have such a crush on him that when I try to talk, I get tongue-tied.
Tongue-tied. What's a crush, Terry? I have a crush on him.
A crush is when you really like someone. You don't love them, but you're just, I would follow him anywhere.
Perfect. Okay, so what is the idiom with that one?
Okay.
What is the idiom in that sentence?
The idiom is tongue-tied.
Tongue-tied. Perfect.
So what does that mean? Can you take this sentence and use words that are not idioms, or can you change this sentence in a way to make it more direct?
Should I do it or should we wait for the students?
Why don't we give them this one as an example and then have them help us with the next two?
Okay, so I have such a crush on him that when I try to talk to him, I get shy and embarrassed.
Great. Okay. I like him so much that when I try to talk, my mouth just won't work.
Work. Not the words that you want to say just don't come out. So,
Exactly.
we
All
can
right.
say-
So tell us the second two sentences. So Brogan, can we read the second two sentences for our joiners?
Perfect. I meant to say hi, Bob, but instead I said bye, Hob. It was a total slip of the tongue.
Slip of the tongue. Slip of the tongue. So tell us, what do you think that could mean? Okay. Use the context to tell us what that means. The next one, the boss is in a bad mood today. I would hold your tongue.
Hold your tongue.
We would often say, if I were you, I would hold your tongue. Clara, excellent. A mistake. A slip of the tongue is when we want to say something and something different comes out. It's like your tongue just slips on the words.
It just stops working completely.
Exactly. You just trip over your words. That's fabulous.
Nice, Juicy. I should have bitten my tongue when my teacher scolded me.
Absolutely fabulous. That is a perfect phrase.
Perfect. Brilliant. Well done, ladies. You're doing very good.
So what does it mean, the last one, what does it mean to hold your tongue? I often use this phrase in the sense of, Brogan, if I were you, se fosse te, if I were you, I would hold my tongue. What does that mean?
I would stop speaking completely.
Exactly.
Avoid what you are trying to say.
All right.
Not avoid. Stop what you're trying to say.
All right. So let's give them the definition. So as it is on the slide, tongue-tied, to have difficulty expressing yourself because you are nervous or embarrassed.
Slip of the tongue is a small spoken error or mistake, and hold your tongue is to stay silent and say nothing. Just be quiet. Just be quiet for a while.
Okay.
All right.
Now we have the opposite. Ah!
All right, Terry, do you want to read the first one, number 1?
All right. Gift of gab. Brogan, in what situations do you find it difficult to bite your tongue, and why is it difficult?
What situations do I find it difficult? Often I think, although you're not meant to speak about it, often I find I have to bite my tongue when we talk about politics or religion. And it's difficult because I think people have such strong opinions and we all see it differently that it's better to rather just bite my tongue.
Mm-hmm.
Do you agree? Disagree?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Jesse's leaving. Bye. She's gone.
Oh, bye, Juicy. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you. What about you, Terry? What do you think? What situations do you find difficult?
Well, I find it difficult to bite my tongue when my boyfriend says something stupid. And it's difficult. It's difficult because, especially as teachers, our natural reaction is to correct people. So we spend a lot of time correcting language. And unfortunately, sometimes that bleeds over, that goes over into wanting to correct other things. And I really should learn that sometimes it's best to just bite my tongue.
Exactly. Good. What about you, Daniela and Clara? Is there any times you have to bite your tongue? What do you guys say? What about the next one? Terry, do you want to read number 2?
So when was the last time you gave someone a good tongue lashing? Did they deserve it? Why or why not?
Oh, goodness. Okay. I can't remember the last time I gave someone a good tongue lashing. Maybe my boyfriend. I don't know. You'd have to ask him.
So really good, Clara. When someone is rude, it's difficult because I can't put up with this. So just something, when someone is rude, it's difficult. We need that. So you've got a phrase, a long phrase, and there's 2 different clauses beginning with when. When someone is rude, I don't know that I would separate those. When someone is rude, it's difficult.
Mhm.
I can't type and speak at the
I
same
know,
time.
sorry, my typing's not working, so I can't help you there,
Can
Terry.
you help me with the speaking part?
Yes, okay, so Clara, it's when someone is rude, it's difficult because I can't put up with this. I can't put up with maybe them talking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or it's difficult
Yeah.
because I can't put up with it.
You just don't want to deal with it.
Okay.
Nice.
Good.
Perfect. What about the next one, Terry?
So have you recently been tongue-tied, Brogan? What did it feel like and what caused you to be tongue-tied?
Okay, so I actually think I got tongue-tied when I was at the airport coming back to Florence. They asked me a bunch of questions and I just couldn't get the words out because I was trying to speak Italian, but I was actually in France and I just got tongue-tied completely and ended up walking away feeling very embarrassed.
I imagine. And I've had that similar kind of experience, especially when facing officials going through airports where they don't speak English, like
Exactly.
one time in Germany, one time in France. So Daniela says, I should bite my tongue when someone says something I consider not true. So I could avoid my tongue lasting. I think you mean lashing.
Lashing. Mm-hmm.
But so if you bite your tongue, or you say, I should bite my tongue, so maybe you don't when someone says something that you think isn't true. So you can avoid their tongue lashing of you. Yes? What do you think, Robin?
Yeah, I completely agree because they would give you a tongue lashing. It wouldn't be you lashing your own tongue.
Exactly.
So I could avoid their tongue lashing. Nice,
Or,
Daniela.
or
Awesome.
in general, I could avoid a tongue lashing.
Exactly. Nice. A tongue lashing. All right, let's go to the next slide.
Okay.
Phrasal verbs. Oh.
Ooh.
What are phrasal verbs, Terry? Just quickly.
All right, phrasal verbs are when we take a verb and a preposition or a different part of speech. We will get to that.
Yeah.
And we put them together and it completely changes the meaning. So for example, we have the first, to speak up. So to speak, obvious, but up? Up?
Can you speak up?
I'm speaking up. No. So we take a verb. I'm tongue-tied.
Yes.
We take a verb and a preposition or a different part of speech. We put these together to make a specific phrase that has a completely new meaning.
Perfect. Cool. Well done, Terry. So should I read the phrasal verbs that we have?
Would you please?
We've got to speak up, to speak out, to speak your mind, to talk back, to talk down to someone,
Ooh.
and talk someone into.
All right. This is going to be our last slide because we're down to 5 minutes.
Yep.
So please join us. Give us your comments. What do you think these phrasal verbs mean?
To speak up.
To speak up.
What do you think? You can't speak up, Terry.
No.
So what is the meaning of to speak up?
Well, for me, to speak up means if I have something to say that is important or relevant to the conversation, I should not hold my tongue. I should say what it is that needs to be said.
Brilliant.
I should speak up.
I should speak up. Awesome. To express your opinion. You should speak up if you feel strongly about something.
Exactly. So looking for definitions, you can go and work ahead. Tell us number 3, 4, 5.
Yep.
3, 4, 5.
All of them. So to speak out, what is the meaning of to speak out? To speak out.
So I have to put my head out the window. No, okay. What do you think speak out means?
Sorry, I pressed the button by accident. So it's to publicly speak in protest.
Okay.
Sorry. By an example of that would be Greta Thunberg. She is speaking out about climate change.
Excellent. Excellent.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right.
What about speak your mind, Terry?
Unfortunately, this one I know all too well. I do it too often.
Does it get you in trouble?
Sometimes. So to speak your mind is to exactly as it seems. It's to say whatever it is that's on your mind. Right. And sometimes we have this wonderful filter between mind and mouth, and sometimes we don't. And so to speak your mind is to say exactly what you are thinking.
Nice. To tell people what you think. Brilliant definition there, Terry.
All right, so still looking for you to join us here in the last 3 minutes. Give us what you think are the, Clara, to express nice. Yourself. Excellent. Exactly. To speak your mind is to express yourself. Mm-hmm. So what about talk back, Brogan? Do you ever talk back? And if so, to who?
Oh, back in the days, my mom would tell me that I used to talk back to her. It's when you talk back to someone that you have a strong opinion about, to talk back. What do you think, Terry? Is that correct?
Well,
I talk back to my mother.
You talk back to your mother. It's the perfect use, but I would say to talk back is more to confront or challenge someone's authority, in a sense.
Very right. To challenge, yeah. So let's see. To reply rudely to someone.
Okay, I see that also. To speak in a bad way. Good, Clara, good. We usually use this phrase to talk back when we're talking about, for example, someone in authority, a police officer, a judge, a parent, a teacher, and we respond when we probably shouldn't. So I guess in that response, it is a rude reply.
It is a rude reply, yeah. Awesome. What about talk down to someone? Anyone have an idea what talk down to someone could mean?
This is my pet peeve.
Why?
Because talking down to people tends to ruin relationships. The problem is some people don't know when they're doing it.
For example,
condescending, but sometimes as teachers, we have this way of explaining things, and we speak slowly and clearly, and we try to explain in great detail. And because of this, sometimes my boyfriend thinks I'm talking down to him because but it's not intentional. It's not meant to be condescending.
Okay, so the meaning of talk down to, what would you say, Terry?
Is to speak in a way that makes someone else feel lower.
Yeah, belittle. Could we use belittle someone?
Belittle, condescend. Yeah. So we've run out of time. So let's give them the last two definitions, Brogan.
Let's go. All right. So we've got talk someone into, to convince someone to do something.
All
There
right.
we go.
And
And then, are we finished for today, Terry?
Oh, I've got all day still to go, but
No, I'm saying, but for this hour, we finished. It was lovely having you join me. Thank you very much.
thank you, Brogan. Thank all of you.
Thank
and
you,
Brogan,
guys.
go ahead and I'll let you finish up.
Cool, perfect. Yeah, that's us for today. So I'm just going to end the broadcast. Bye,
Bye.
guys. Thank you.